leave request. How your team members generally submit leave request in your organization? Do they send email to the HR or to the team lead, or they just fill out a Microsoft form and then that gets notified to someone? You don't have track like how many leaves are being approved, rejected. When the person is taking leave, there is no foresight at all, and that cost a lot, losing business, losing traction in your day-to-day life. So how we can overcome this? There are multiple ways. With help of Microsoft Power Automate and the Power Apps, we can build a robust leave and expense tracking system where everyone of your team, of your company or department can come together. They can put their leave request immediately. The managers can get notified on their Microsoft Teams with the approval, rejection, or those kind of feedback, and then the whole tracking happens. The whole dashboard can be presented to HR as well as your department lead. Now, let me quickly show you a demonstration of this. You can see on my screen, it says HR Management Dashboard, and here we have something called the leave application. Even before that, there is something called employees. So you can always add people over here into the employee sheet. It can be added by default using the Microsoft onboarding structure to Azure Active Directory, or we can add specific people over there. Alongside this, we can also define who are the people who are manager of a respective team or respective people, and they can be onboarded with their relation with the employees. Now, first part, the most important is something called leave application tracking. If someone has to fill a new request form, they can simply go here. Automatically my name comes in, my official email address. I just have to simply select, say, what is my reason for leave? I'll say it's my brother's wedding, something like this. Then I can define the sick leave, casual leave, or a planned leave, these kind of status. Then I can simply define the start date and end date. So let me go on a leave from next Monday until next Friday, right? These many 5 days I want to go with, and I can simply submit it from here. As soon as I do, my manager and the HR is going to get notified right on their Microsoft Teams. Right? And they can choose whether they want to allow me to get this leave, to take this leave, or they want to reject it. And see here, this is how I can see how many leave requests are being approved, rejected, and so on. Now, this is going to be the another interface of your manager or the HR where they can go ahead and either approve or reject it, and they can say what is their comment for this one. Let me go ahead and approve it. I'll say, okay, approved. Suppose we discussed this in advance, right? Something like this. And I simply say approved. And as soon as I do, the leave get approved, the other person simply get a notification, and all of these things are being tracked over here on Microsoft Teams. So your manager or your HR guy can simply go there, click choose, approve, reject, and that's it. Now, along with this, something really important. Many a time people spend money on behalf of organization. They have to cater certain expenses which they can't immediately claim to organization. But what about we can also include expense claim system over here. So here is the expense claim part. You can simply go here and then you can see currently anyone who wanted to submit a new expense, they can see like Manish, my name, my email, expense claim. I simply say I wanted to claim for stationery that I purchased. It can be anything, whatever you want. And then I got multiple options over here. So it can be like software subscription, office supplies, utility, meat, and so on. I'll go with office supplies. I wanted to claim $100 amount. The great rate of expenses here, let's say 1st of August, and I can put in some notes. We can also attach the actual invoice, bill, or receipt which this person wanted to submit along with this expense claim. So here I can say I spent on, let's say, diary for the team. It's something like this. And simply I can go ahead and submit this request. Now, as soon as I do, my manager is going to get notified and the accounting team. So they both are going to have two different dashboards. See here, I said a stationery expense. Now my manager can simply say, yeah, it was approved. It was approved, make payment. So this is the step number 1 where my manager gets notified and they can simply go ahead, approve or reject. I'll say approved. See here how this works. So now the status got changed to approved, and here it got a stationery, $100 and so on. On the finance team dashboard, they can see all the requests which are approved and unpaid. So finance team can go ahead and they can mark this paid as soon as they make payment to this particular employee. So this is how your entire expense management, your expense claim management can be robust. No people have to chase anyone on the email, and all the approvals, all the trackings stays on a well-defined, well-structured system. So I would love to hear your thoughts, what you wanted to build along with Microsoft Apps, Microsoft Power Automate, and how these tools can help you to make your life easy. Would love to hear your thoughts in comments, or just reach out us at growstacks.com, and we are more than happy to build your next Microsoft application. Thank you. By the way, one important thing I forgot to mention, all the data is securely stored on SharePoint list, so you don't have to worry about the data security. Even if they attach any files, they can also be stored along with those expense line items on your SharePoint list. So all data, all processing stays within your secured environment. It doesn't go anywhere out. So let us know if you'd like to build something like this. Thank you.